Sign one, sell one, sub one. Mason Greenwood, Foden, Saka.
No.
And Jimmy, you're up.
Cool. So the one I'd love to sign, Phil Foden. Absolutely. I just think what a talent. He's got a brain on him. It's not just about the technical ability. He's got a brain on him. He sees a pass. He knows where the goal is. He makes things happen. And I think he's really got, he's a talent, and he's really one we need to keep our eyes on. Greenwood would be my sub, just purely for the fact I think he's exciting. But it's very easy to do this in a short space of time, particularly as there was no real expectancy on him, and Man United now starting to find form. I'm not taking anything away from him. I just think let's see him do it next year again and then go on to improve and bound new levels. So selling Saka from Arsenal, and purely because haven't seen as much of him as we've seen of the other two. He's done a little bit. He's made people take notice, but is he going to go on as much as the others? Don't know. And for that reason, he's at the back of the queue for them three. That's me.
Bada bing, bada boom, I'm done. Learn from a professional, kid.
All right, fair enough. Adam, up next.
Yeah, I would go with the same as what Jimmy said. I think I would start Foden because I think he's just out of the three of them, he's played the most, he's got the most experience, he's playing in a very good team as well. He's got a good coach, and literally every time I've seen him play, I've been impressed by him. And he kind of fits into that team. And you don't notice too much if, like, say, David Silva's not playing or someone like that. You know, he can hold his own in that team. I think he's very good and he's got a good future. I think I'll put sub Greenwood. I think he looks like a real good talent. He's scoring goals. He's doing well. And I think, again, he's got a bit more experience. He's played a bit more than Saka. So that's probably why I'd sell Saka. But I do think Saka has a massive potential. He's had a very good season. And I think, although Arsenal have been shit this season, he's probably been our best player. And he's made the biggest impact. Like, he was playing left back. He's got our most assists. So I think maybe at the end of next season, he might be able to, like, we could think more of him potentially. But I don't think he's had enough behind him to really put him up against those two. So that's probably why I'd sell him.
All very good players, though. All very good players. All have come through. All have been impressive. So it is a hard one. Magic.
I think this one's pretty easy, to be honest. It has to be Greenwood. Sheely, for the fact that he's playing.
To sell him?
No. To sign him. The reason why to sign him is because he's playing in that Man United team. Like, if he was playing in the City team, imagine what he'd be like. Like, would Phil Foden, for me, would he be the same if he was playing with those Man United players? Personally, I don't think so. Like, I think he's good. He's very, very good. And the only reason I tip it to Greenwood is because every time he comes on, he makes a massive impact for that team. Do you know what I mean? Like, the kid's always scoring, left foot, right foot, goes past people like they're not even there. That, for me, I'm just amazed. And the numbers he's throwing up are equivalent to Wayne Rooney. Do you know what I mean? So for that age, when Rooney was that age, everyone was going mental about him. Do you know what I mean? Like, bruv, I'm just in awe of the kid. I think the kid is a top player.
He's starting to excel.
It's since they played
another gear. And this is what I'm saying. If he keeps stepping up them gears, because he's still got 2 or 3 notches to go before you're sort of really talking about him being a sensation. It's about consistently delivering. But a year from now, I think he's capable of it. And I think in a year from now, he could have proved that. And then I think it's a very different conversation.
Okay.
I just think he's better than Phil Foden for the simple fact that, like, if we just look at them how they are right this second, like forget all the other stuff. Just look at the players that they're playing with. Like, City have all these guys, and City play that passing game, so he's gonna look good. Do you know what I mean? Like Phil is good. Don't get me wrong. He's very good, very good. But there's something about Mason. It's like when you've got someone who you do not know what you're going to do as a defender, what they're going to do. You don't know. Like, he can go on his left, he can go on his right.
But does he know what he's going to do?
What's that? Of course he does. The kid's brilliant, bro. The kid's brilliant. Like,
I'm not. I just want you up.
Past people, he gets assists. He scores fantastic goals.
Listen, take nothing away from him. You're saying it's clear, and I don't think it's clear.
For me, it's clear because like you don't just get compared with someone like Wayne Rooney for no reason. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but they're doing goal. The comparison that's been going around.
Anywho, moving on. So going to Diamond.
Yeah, you know what? Talking about like, so you're saying our Greenwood's, you know, it's good because of that Man United team he's in. Then what about Saka? Like Saka. Look what he's done.
That's right.
In that Arsenal team.
That's right. That dead
and not
team.
only in that Arsenal team, look how many positions he's played for Arsenal.
Exactly.
He played left back, left wing, number 10, centre mid. Like, I don't see Phil Foden doing that. I don't see Greenwood doing that.
Hey, Ash, I didn't finish, bro.
Speak it. I would have Speak it, Diamond. Speak it, Diamond. Speak it. Let Diamond speak. Let him speak.
All right, everybody, listen up.
What?
Say it.
If that's the case, then
Ash, I would have benched Saka, bro. I would have benched him and got rid of Phil.
But for me, I think.
Oh, actually, sorry, bro. I forgot you didn't even finish it off. You got intercepted by Jimmy, boy.
With Greenwood, to be honest with you, I follow my team, so I don't really follow other people's youngsters. But I hear about Greenwood from Man United fans. I've only really started noticing Greenwood the last, really watching him since after lockdown. To be brutally honest, like I've seen clips of him, but I've really noticed him since we've come back, and he's special. That left foot, Saka, but left foot is just cold anyway. But yeah, he's cold. And he's silky with it. It's clean.
It's buzzing with that, by the way.
It's clean. And then Foden, again, Foden's cold, but I think what people say is right. Would Foden be Foden in Arsenal? Or would he be that Foden in that Man United team? When you've got bad boy players around you, it's easy. Yeah. It's like how I feel about, going off topic a bit, but I'll come back on, Joe Gomez at Liverpool. Is he that good of a defender? Or if you take Van Dijk at the team, how good is he? Sort of thing. So it's like, if you've got the right players around you, they can make you look good. So I'm not sure about... So for me, I'm going to sell Foden. I will buy Saka for the versatility. Like, he's got goals, he's got assists, and he can play in a variety of positions. So he's very key to a team. And sub Greenwood.
Fair enough.
That's mine.
What was your actual order, Magic?
Yeah, so I would have. It's very tight, all three of them, but I would have signed Greenwood, bench, Saka, and then I would have sold Foden, but very tight. And that's for the simple reason what Ash was saying, because I just rate the other two because of what they're doing in those terrible teams.
Do you think Saka would be seen as way better than he's seen now if he was in the Man City squad?
Yeah, possibly. But
obviously. It's obviously.
Like what Jimmy said,
So he's got to get in first.
He's only been like, with Foden's been around for like 2 or 3 years. Like Saka, this is only like his breakthrough season.
People love to hype English midfielders though. Every few years they do it. Wilshere, Barkley, Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Like, you can name 20. For some reason, there's an English midfielder who's got feet. Straight away, everyone's like, yeah, he's the nuts.
Yeah.
Like you say, if he's a left back or whatever, they don't pay too much attention.
Yeah.
No, I heard that. Moving on swiftly, Jeff, what is your order, please?
I think if you were probably going to say what's the most important thing in the team, it's always the one who can score goals. And obviously, these stats have been going around about Greenwood that are pretty sick. So I've seen a bit of him play, and it looks pretty high quality, and you can do a lot of things with numbers, but these ones don't lie, right? And if he doesn't get any major injuries and he stays in top teams, which is probably likely, then this guy could be something special. So Phil Foden looks good, but never too amazing. He's in a great system and he plays in that system well, so it's quite specific. You just mentioned about England midfielder. Like, we always need more Phils than we need Marcuses. That's the reality. We don't have enough of that in midfield. So I think from an England team perspective, we probably need Phil more. But From a club perspective, I'd probably take Greenwood. Saka's in a banter club and he's dead, so let's allow him. He's getting sold.
Wow.
But,
joke.
No, seriously, man. Club. Don't forget it, man. Don't forget for 1 minute.
Rude.
All right.
Rude.
So
God.
Right. Honestly,
I don't even know who he supports. Who's he
Who's
supports?
One win.
Who's he supports?
Spurs.
Is he having a laugh?
He started. Look what he started.
Chris, I swear, mute him, bro. Mute him, bro. You need to mute him, bro. This is a mad thing. This is a mad thing.
Let's go back to Jeff.
PC game.
Wow.
Get your headset off, honestly.
Wow. This is a mad thing.
Not having this, man.
I see you wearing the Arsenal colours, though. Big up, still. Big up. I like big up.
Jeff, can you finish off?
I wear my real colours.
That's more like that, isn't it?
I got my real colours. There we go.
That's better.
There we go, bro.
I thought you was going to pull out the pigeon chest then for a second.
What are you on, son? Huh?
All day.
Are you bought? Is that F1 top?
Yeah, man.
Oh, okay, so you don't even know about football then. Makes sense.
I should support Arsenal, innit?
It makes sense. Anything but Spurs, boy.
Arsenal, bro.
Can you finish off your order for me, please,
Sorry.
Mr. Jeff?
Yeah, no, the order's simple, bro. I'm signing Greenwood, I'm benching Foden, and I'm getting rid of the Banter Club player.
Chris, I'll go next if it's my
please,
time. Yeah,
please do.
I'm signing Greenwood. Guy bangs goals, technically unreal. Feet on the kid's a joke. Shoots early, goals win you games. So signing him. The longer I've thought about it, I'm subbing Saka. Like you say, the club he's at. I don't speak too highly of it, but I rate him. Like you say, versatility, can play a number of different positions, and he's standing out, holding his own in the Prem. That's not easy for many young kids, and he's flying. So he's going to be subbed. And then I'm selling Phil Foden. I rate him, don't get me wrong, but I'm making peas on the kids, and then I'll buy a new team. So
Straight up.
You sound like the bloke that owned Wigan, Rick.
Yeah, mate.
True.
So do you know what I mean? The longer I thought about it,
relegate my club.
you could sell him for peas, and then you've got money to play with. Don't mean he's a bad player, but
because I've heard a couple of you lot say about Foden now, and because of the club he's at and everything, and actually made the comparison of Gomez and Van Dijk. Yeah, but this is a team sport. This ain't an individual sport, and you need different players to bring balance. Like Phil Foden brings such balance to that midfield when he plays in it. Like I'll go back to what Adem was saying about he's got to be able to slot into that system and slot into that side, and he fits like a glove. Yeah, would either of the other two go to City? Probably Greenwood would, to be fair, but would Saka go to City? Right, and just fit in the side like that, or would it take time?
If he goes to City, he's their best left back.
Stand straight.
Simple.
But so you're comparing a left back to attacking midfielders, basically.
Saka ain't got a held down position though. That's why he's versatile, isn't he?
Yeah,
he can play anywhere.
He is versatile. Is he going to walk
Play in
into that City side? No, I don't think
But Foden hasn't walked in there either. It's taken him 9 years to get a game.
I said 9 years.
Greenwood would get in as well. Greenwood would get in there as well, but he brings such a balance when he plays. And I think I think this is just what every football fan does anyway. We're over analytical of one player's ability, and we don't see what they bring to the team.
I just think it comes down to opinions. It comes down to opinions, and everyone's giving theirs. You've had your minute, Jimmy, Jim Bob.
Yeah,
and everyone's fucking opinion.
I know. Gibbo is raring to go after his little.
He's
span.
ready.
So let's get
he's
him
coming
in.
out scrapping.
Let me in. So,
incoming.
I'm coming. So for me,
I'm
not even going to be biased about it. For me, I signed Saka, and the reason why I signed Saka is basically for his versatility. Jimmy, you just said about someone, it's a team game. Well, then Saka is a team player.
But is he good on Football Manager, yeah?
He can play. My time, Jeff.
Yeah,
He plays left back, left mid, attacking mid. He can play in 3 different positions in a shit Arsenal team, one of the worst Arsenal teams I've ever seen. He's still shining. So for me, I must sell him. Simple. I'm selling Foden, unfortunately, not because he's shit, but just because I think Greenwood is fire. He's fire. For me, he's fire. He's coming in like how Rashford came in. I'm very, very impressed. I've been seeing Greenwood from last season. I've seen what he's brought to the table. And I think he's impressed me the whole time through maturity. That first touch, he's got a striker's first touch. That first touch, he's bringing the ball down, and the next touch is a shot on goal. Simple. And if it ain't the third touch, he takes it early. He's not letting the goalkeeper set himself. If you see it, a lot of his goals, the goalkeeper gets a touch to it. Because he's taking it early, the keeper's not fully establishing themselves, and they get a touch, but it's gone past them already because he takes it early. So for me, I'm Greenwood's on the bench, and I'm getting rid of Foden. But what I would like to throw into it though is Foden not playing at City, not playing at Liverpool. He gets into any other team, and he's a starter. So bear that in mind with Foden. I think he would start at Arsenal. I think he would start at Tottenham shite down the lane. I think he would start at Chelsea as well. I think he's that good of a player. But based on what we're talking about right now, unfortunately, I'd have to sell him.
That was good because you didn't say he'd start at Manchester United because he wouldn't. So that was good.
I mean, it depends on what sort of mood Pogba's in. To be fair, whether he turns up or not.
Well,
check his Insta.
Yeah.
Sheldon, man, like Showmaster Don.
Yes. Right. As much as it burns me to say this, but I've got to be honest there, I would sign Greenwood. Reason being is do you know what it is, yeah? It reminds me of a Defoe with pace, right? And the reason why I say that, like we say about the early shot, those type of strikers will always get you goals, yeah? It's no nonsense with them. It's not like trying to do the extra bit of trick or whatever. They just simply get you goals. And I like that about the kid as well. I've been watching him play. Obviously, I have to keep a close eye on what Man United produce because, you know, they are the threat. But then Foden reminds me of the early days Sami Nasri. That's what he reminds me of. The early days Sami Nasri. Not when Arsenal took him and decided to do all madness with him. But he reminds me of that type of player. But like you said, I think if you're doing this whole thing, I would say Saka, he hasn't got a proper position. So I feel sorry for him. Because like I don't know where he actually plays, if I'm honest. But wherever he has played, he's done really well. So on that basis, I'm going to sign Greenwood, bench Saka, and I'm selling Foden. Just for the simple fact is that obviously you need at least that one player that can slot in somewhere that comes off the bench. That's it.
We got to rehab this debate a year from now, next summer, when we've seen when they've all had a bit more game time.
No, but Jimmy, right? Don't take this personally.
Corona will claim us all.
Listen. You see Foden, yeah? Foden is sick. And the thing is, I don't agree with the whole, it's because of City thing. I believe that where Foden is now, he will only go to a team that is just as good as City. Like he ain't gonna go down. There's no way that kid's gonna go down. When you're playing a team like that, and you do well, what's the lowest you're gonna really go?
I disagree. You could lack game time. You could lack game time. You could lack game time then before you know you're at Everton, bro.
I don't think
that's an Everton. But listen,
Foden will never be at Everton.
You don't get enough game time. And you know what I mean? You see these players, they get one injury, you don't get a lot of game time, then they go, I'll go to another club and make it happen. They're just there, bro.
All three of these players are special.
So I'm up last. For me, like Greenwood, I wish I was Greenwood, bro. What a player!
Player.
Because you know, the difference for me is this with Greenwood is everyone talks about his left foot. His right foot is just as good.
Yeah,
both just as good. He's top bins in anything he touches. It's stupidness. And what makes it worse is, what shows how good he is even worse is, he's not been first team. Daniel James has been there. The difference between Daniel James and Greenwood. Look, I said this earlier. I said this earlier to MJ, and I said I'm not going to say it on air because when you say it on air or in front of everyone jumps in, and then a year down the line, everyone realizes I was right. But on that day, you get mocked. You get mocked. They throw stuff at you. And Magic, my cousin, I love you, but this is one thing I'll say here. I think Mason Greenwood is better than Rashford.
What you talking about, Willis?
Already.
Wow.
Already.
Wow.
I think he's already better than him.
Wow.
And that is something. That everyone's going to say that's ridiculous. I get, and I understand why they're saying that. Yeah.
I think he will be.
What I see from him, it's like no one's near Messi and Ronaldo. Let's not take it there. But the difference in comparison, Messi is a natural baller. He woke up and had it. Ronaldo is a hard worker who made it. That's who Rashford is. Rashford has made himself as good as he is, and he will make himself better. But he doesn't naturally have it. He doesn't naturally have a first touch, a finish. He can't header in the ball. He doesn't naturally have these things, free kicks. But because he works so hard, that will improve tenfold more than other people because of his work rate, and he will get to be a top player. Greenwood already has it. He already has it. All we can do is get better. And that's my thing on Greenwood.
Don't forget, Rashford scored on his England debut, his Premier League debut, Champions League debut. Like, he always scores. So,
well done to Rashford, but we're talking about who's the better player. So you can score on all those debuts. They could all go in off your bum, your chest, your ear. I'm not saying they did. I'm just talking about who's the better player. And I'm telling you now, I'm already there. When I was already there about David De Gea was the best goalkeeper in the world, I was there a season or 2 seasons ahead of everyone. Yeah? And that's fine. But remember, this is my point. This is what I think.
So if you got one spot to fill at United in a game, FA Cup semi-final, you're going to start Greenwood ahead of Rashford?
Personally, I think Greenwood is already better than Rashford.
So you're saying you'll start Greenwood ahead of Rashford?
I would start Greenwood over Rashford.
England is an international right now. You would start Greenwood over Rashford?
I can say it in a different voice if you want.
No, I'm just making sure I'm talking about levels. FA Cup, international, world level.
Listen to me. My opinion is this. I would start Greenwood over Rashford. Rashford is not refined yet. Greenwood already is. When he gets the ball, it's a goal. Do you understand what I mean? It's all right. Look, see when certain people get the ball. When Kane gets the ball, when Aguero gets the ball, when you think in your head, goal. Well, when Rashford gets the ball, I'm like, please score. When Rashford gets the ball, I'm like, please score. I'm like, please score. But when Greenwood gets it, I'm like, yes. It's a goal.
But did you used to say that the same thing about Rashford when he broke on the team? You used to say the same thing, I bet.
Yes. All the time. I've always said...
all it is just new energy then. Like, Greenwood's just new energy, isn't it?
No. I'm not saying the same thing I'm saying about Mason, about Rashford. I've always said, ask Magic, ask anyone. I've always said Rashford is not a number 9. Stop playing him there. I've been screaming for years.
No, he's definitely not a number 9. Definitely not a number 9.
And then 2 seasons or a season later, the rest of the world caught up. They realised he's not a number 9, even though every pundit, every professional, every fan was saying he's a number 9. I was the only one. I was saying he's not. Put him on the list.
Chris, what are the lottery numbers next week? You're making a lot of predictions, pal.
Please have a seat and relax.
Do what, sorry?
You're making a lot of predictions. What's the lottery numbers next week?
I wouldn't tell you, cheeky bastard. So anyway.
Man City's just lost, 1-0, by the way.
Yeah.
No, it's mad.
Chris, just out of interest, say it in a different voice, just for...
do it for me. Kermit the Frog. Do a Kermit the Frog.
I would pick up. Listen, I'm signing Greenwood. I am actually subbing Saka because I think I've watched him now. See, you just hear something, you don't really watch him. I've watched him now. He's very good. He stands out for Arsenal. I'm not saying he's better than Foden, but he can play different positions over Foden. And I'm not sure how Foden will do out of that Man City team, no matter what you lot say. So even though I appreciate Foden, they're all brilliant players. I'm signing Greenwood. I'm benching Saka. And I'm selling Foden. And it's been a pleasure.
We're ready for the champagne, baby. We're ready